everybody. It's Mama's Comedy Show.
Hey, cousin audience, it's me, Cousin Todd, with Mama's Comedy Show. And with me is Cousin Jason.
Hey, everybody!
And next to him is Cousin Matt.
Hey.
Thank you.
Hello.
And it's Cousin Melanie.
Hi.
All right. Hey, Melanie.
What? Be nice or I'm going to untape all of your cords.
This is not nice.
Is that an innuendo? Yeah.
She really untaped my cords.
She's talking about jerking me off in front of people.
Speaking
okay. That seems like a stretch.
Well, it's not that.
Again, I'm not sure if that's an innuendo.
Melanie.
What?
Last night,
Oh,
you
boy.
and
Nope.
Jason and I,
Yep.
we dined together.
It was a nice night. I learned
Is
a
this
lot.
a plug for that restaurant?
No, I will always plug V's Pizza, though. I love V's. I told these guys are from Gainesville. There's a V's Pizza there.
Oh, we ate there.
Yeah, I was telling them that. But no, while we were dining, having a lovely evening, you told us a tidbit of information.
Yes.
Would you educate everyone else as you have us?
Okay. So how did that even start?
I don't know. I was
wait,
just
I do know.
Oh, how?
I do know.
You were
We
talking about blowing
discussing-
people,
That
and
was
then-
not
Oh,
how
it
it
was the
started.
puppy.
It was the puppy.
Yeah.
You were talking about bitter apple.
No, I was talking that the puppy is so young that Bobby will put the puppy in my like chest when she leaves for work, and the puppy's trying to nurse on me,
Right.
And like bites like on my nipples, and I'm like, it's yeah.
Yeah.
The dog tries to nurse on me.
So
Feels good, right?
No, it's terrible. She's got
right.
sharp little
Terrible. Who would want that?
teeth.
So Jason's saying I have this puppy that's trying to nurse Melanie.
Okay, first of all, that story came after my story.
I don't know if it
My
did.
story was initiated because we were talking about bitter apple, which is that spray that tastes really bad. So if you don't want like dogs to chew on something, you spray it.
Oh, you're
and
right.
so we were like, what else can you use bitter apple for? And that's what initiated my story. I don't
Okay.
know if that helps what I'm about to share or hurts it, but that's actually how this progressed.
I just think it's an interesting
I'm gonna share
tidbit
it.
of information.
So I have spent the vast majority of my life volunteering with animals, and I volunteer at a wildlife center. And one of the things that happens when you get like tiny little baby squirrels whose eyes haven't opened yet and they're still all shut and little is because they don't have their mom, and they're often still like in a little container together with all their siblings.
I love your hand gestures too.
Yeah,
by
I
the
wish
way.
you all could see them. And you can if you come early enough for the podcast next time.
Speaking of coming early,
Yeah,
continue with the
what
story.
happens?
So the baby squirrels are looking for something to nurse on because they don't have their mom to nurse on, and they're looking for comfort. So oftentimes what will happen is they will find the closest thing that seems like a nipple, which is another baby squirrel's penis. And so if you're not careful, they will end up just like nursing while they're asleep on the little baby squirrel penises, and then they get all red and inflamed, and it causes problems. So you put bitter apple on it, so when they try to attach, it's like, no, I don't want that. But otherwise, you look in, and sometimes they're all just attached to each other's penises.
She was telling this story while we were in a restaurant
Eating.
Needless to say, I was mortified.
Yeah.
Can I?
I don't think anyone was mortified.
I was
think they were
mortified
both
for the-
real into the story.
I was mortified for the little squirrels that are like, why are you putting bitter apple on here? This was working out way better for
Can
me.
I ask?
Matt has a follow-up question.
I'm just curious. How much milk comes out of a squirrel penis? No. Is
You'd
it
have
enough
you'd
to
have ask
sustain
the-
them?
You'd have to ask
You
the
have to
squirrels.
keep sucking on it.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
There's only one way to find out.
squirrels.
You know what, Matt? I feel like if you were running that experiment, you would have the happiest squirrels in the neighborhood in your in your yard.
These guys? Oh, they're not for sale. These are my squirrels.
So they only do that while their eyes are closed?
Yeah, once they
open their eyes, they're like, oh, what am I doing?
That's how.
once they
That's how
realize what's
gay
happening,
started.
They're like, no thanks.
I feel like that's how most women are anyway. They close their eyes through all of that stuff.
That's true.
That's in my
Nobody wants to
experience.
look at that. Right, honey?
So I mentioned this to you guys. So I recently got hit with something.
Like a car?
No, and it's something that
Emotionally, physically,
all of the above. I saw this. It started about 10 days ago on Facebook, and I saw it, and I instantly had a sense of dread because I knew eventually it would come for me.
Are we still talking about squirrels?
Yes.
Sucking dicks?
No, it was that challenge where someone nominates someone else to post 10 movies
Oh, jeez.
that are impactful to them over the course of 10 days. So every day,
Like Ed Bud is
Yeah.
in the middle of.
Ed, that the asshole, we're on the outskirts of it. And what does he do on day 9? I'd like to nominate Todd Farron to do homework for 10 days on
Yep.
Facebook. So, but
Are you going to do it?
no,
Okay.
it dies with me.
Good.
I'm taking
But
that
if
one for
you
the
do
team.
it, you have like 10 years of bad luck.
No, listen, you
Fuck
guys.
that chain letter bullshit.
I have.
I'm sorry. Agree
I
with
have
Todd.
the perfect solution to where when I thought of this, I actually thought maybe I will do this, and that might deter anyone else from ever tagging me in something like this again. So
Are
imagine.
you going to kill Ed?
No, but imagine this.
Ed's so big.
So
you can't.
I
kill him.
was nominated by Ed Bud to post a still image from 10 movies over 10 days that influenced me. So I have to tag him in all 10 posts as well as tagging someone else. You know,
Is it how many people do you tag a day?
one a day.
Oh, so you
for
end up
10 days.
10.
So many squirrels.
And you tag Ed because he has to
Right.
check up on you.
Yep.
Great.
So I am going to take the filthiest frame of porno that I can find and censor it just enough so that it's Facebook approved. And then go, this was an influential movie in my life. And I thought of actually, like, when I was thinking about it, I was like, oh, you know what I should do? The first one should just be that opening shot of Two Girls, One Cup with
Yes.
the two girls there. Melanie, you know that shot.
I know squirrels sucking each other off, but I don't know that shot.
Good.
Soft serve.
But I felt like at some point someone would ask me to stop. Like, probably Ed's a teacher, so if I'm tagging him every day and just a pornographic picture, whew, God, that'd be good. That would.
I thought you were going to say you'd put a picture and censor it, but you'd put Ed's face on both people.
You just Photoshop him into every
and
single one.
every person is him.
Did anybody do Fast and Furious 1 through 10?
Oh, that's
I mean,
right.
that's
Are you
the
allowed
best.
to do it at once? Could you post 10 photos at the same time?
Yeah, that seems.
You could, and I thought of it, but then when I thought about posting the porno pictures, I thought that was funnier than, or just doing day one and doing the Two Girls, One Cup, but like blurring out the buttholes.
Yeah.
So it just looks like someone, a frosty machine gone wrong.
Todd
Are you-
blurring buttholes, Farron.
Are you going to do this?
I don't know.
When does your day start?
Mickey said no. But if I blur it out, like where's the line? If I posted, I had my profile picture for the longest time, me with a leg up. I was in a restaurant, actually with Ed Bud, and I wasn't naked, but I pixelated it so it looked like my dick was hanging out of my pants. They had no problem with that. And
It's
I was just-
pixelated.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we all had a problem with it, but we were just too polite to say.
Well, I mean, it's like I had that idea for a TV show called Just the Stories, where you edit all of the pornography out of a porno film, so it's just the storyline.
Like 2 minutes long.
yeah, but I felt like you do that, and then you like cut in between as someone who's really invested in the story and go, I don't know how these girls are going to pay for this pizza.
I feel like that's an improv game too that you could
Oh,
create.
that's
I feel
great.
like that's absolutely an improv game.
But then you cut to them just having the pizza and all disheveled, and then you cut back. Somehow or another, this nice young man gave them pizza.
The movie's done.
Well, no, because I feel like some of those, especially older, like they were hours long. You know, there were multiple storylines. Melanie, you know what I'm talking about.
It's because they were
Yep, I'm
showing
that old.
them. I mean, because I assume because they were showing them in theaters, some
Right.
of these things.
Oh, and you
It was
actually had
not
to pay
like,
for
But
them.
what was
Right,
the
this wasn't web
percentage?
content.
What was the percentage of nakedness to non-nakedness
Oh,
in
I
those
don't know.
hour-long movie theater ones?
I feel like we have some research to do.
Probably more non.
You would think,
Or like
right?
those Skinamax movies were full movies.
There
Way
was
back.
a
Playmate of the Apes.
Was that one of them?
That was one of them.
I remembered one called "Taking It Off." But how did that one go? What was yours?
Playmate of the Apes was it was when the Tim Burton Planet of the Apes came out.
Right.
Oh, Lord.
And I just remember there was one of the apes was in a pink, like really bad gorilla costume.
Wow.
And people got stranded. I don't know. I didn't watch the story.
Wait, were they all apes?
No, it was people. It was like more like a furry thing. It was weird. And that's how I got into furries. I'm a squirrel.
Taking it off was, if I remember this correctly, it was some genius invented a song that whenever played, whoever hears it would have to take off their clothes.
Oh.
But the song was taking it off, taking it all off, taking it off. It was just that over and over again. And like they would play it in public and you would just see everyone in public like, oh.
Like psychologically, you couldn't stop yourself.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like an embedded chip in your brain forced you.
Yeah.
That actually has. Was it good? Is it good?
Was it good?
Is
I
it?
was-
Is it
Was
good?
it
Sorry,
good?
wrong. Is it good? It still exists.
That's
still
true. The movie
exists.
is
Is it-
dead now.
I remember watching it and in my like 12-year-old like panic that my parents might walk in the room at any moment and enjoying it. But that was
Taking
always,
it off.
even if it, careful now.
Seems like such a wrong tune. I don't know.
What would your song
I don't
be?
know what it would be. Don't we have a song that's already like that? What's that song?
Let's get
Anything
it on.
by Barry White.
No. Someone has to know. I'm looking around. No
Someone
one's
has to know-
responding.
has
no
to
one's
know what?
responding. The song that literally.
Panty
Come back to
dropper
me.
music.
No,
it's
come
been
back to
going
me.
on for a while.
No, I know that. You come back to me. I'm gonna
All
remember
right.
it. Give me a second.
Come back. To,
Come back. What is it?
No. It's getting hot in here.
It's getting hot in here.
that very relevant
No,
song
no,
from
not
1989.
that one. The one that literally instructs you to take your clothes. It's fine.
It's that one.
Take off all your clothes.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what I'm trying to remember.
Yeah, by
You know who?
Cab Calloway,
By Cab Calloway.
right? Cab Calloway. No, it was the Pointer Sisters.
How does it go, Melanie? Sing it,
I don't
sing it with
remember.
me.
Clearly is my issue.
I think what we should do is we should get, it's getting hot in here.
Yeah.
And I will find a version of Taking It Off, and we will play both of them to separate groups of people.
Getting hot in here.
And see
Taking
which
it
group
off.
more or less likely to take off their clothes.
Yes,
Great.
even if it's a jacket.
Great.
Even if, even if
Is
it's
there
jacket.
temperature control between the
I
two
was just
groups?
gonna say.
We can do that. We
Oh,
can-
next week we just sit here and watch as people are walking in and start playing it, and and then like that's it.
Taking it off. Taking it off.
Can I be that? No.
taking
Put it back on.
Yeah.
That was the wild thing about that movie is everyone was attractive. No ugly people were
Well,
around.
you know,
when that
that's
was
in
interesting.
Hollywood.
Good
right?
casting.
Have you noticed that about most
Hollywood.
movies? Most movies,
That's
people
true.
have people that are attractive in them.
Yeah. I mean,
been
I thought I was just only looking at the attractive ones.
That's probably true too.
Do you just get fuzzy for everyone else?
Yeah.
Like if they're not attractive, you literally can't see their face. Face
Yeah.
blindness.
It
He's like a
pixelates.
T-Rex.
It's
The
like that in
only-
real life too. You guys are just all blurs to me.
That's okay.
No, it's smoky in here. They.
Oh, okay.
It's from
yeah.
the haze.
My glasses
haze.
are fogging up. Speaking of next week we have the dating game
Oh.
with cousin Andrew. We still need
Yes.
one more contestant. If anyone can find at least one more, I would love to have two more, but we need at least one more.
Can you tell me? I don't think I've been here for any of those. Can you give me a quick rundown on how that show will go?
Yeah, so what's going to happen is we're going to blindfold Andrew next door. So he's not allowed to be in here while we're setting up. The girls will be seated over there on the girls' side of the stage.
He is attracted to women.
He is attracted to
Okay.
women.
Good to know.
To a fault.
To a fault.
Like it's becoming a problem.
It's a problem.
Yeah, we will have the police here, and
You're selling this.
I know.
So well.
And the fire department.
People are now
Okay.
worried for their safety, and they're absolutely going to sign up.
Okay,
as
I'm
soon
sorry,
as the
I'm sorry,
girls
go
sit
ahead.
over there,
Yeah.
they just hear taking it off, taking it off. But then we bring him in blindfolded.
Yeah.
There'll either be a partition or we'll keep him blindfolded. I don't know.
Will there be mouse traps along the way as he walks blindfolded?
No, there won't be because I don't want any of the girls
Sounds
to
more
have
like
to
an
do that.
actual date. Am I right, fellas?
That's right. That's
Red,
right.
red flag. But
bear trap.
So then he will have questions that he can ask all of the lovely contestants, and they will give him answers. And while he can't see them, he is basing his decision of who he would like to go on a date with based on their responses.
Can he phone a friend?
No.
Can he
Are you kidding? Because if you could phone a friend on that show, my friend would always be
50-50.
like, no,
Oh yeah, that's
get
right.
the butter hog out of here.
Can the other Todd? Can the last contestant be me in a nice?
You don't think
womanly
you
voice?
know your voice?
Someone else is your voice,
I
but you
wouldn't
just write
do-
the answers and they read it out loud for you.
I would just do
Oh.
a nice.
All right, let's hear your female voice, Matt.
Hi, Andrew. My name is Julie.
That sounds just like you.
Hi, my name is Julie.
right,
I have
okay.
a vagina.
Oh my God, he's saying all the right things.
Wow.
At the
so you
end of
can
every
know.
answer, you just say, I have a vagina, no matter what your answer
So where would you
is.
take me on a first date? I have a vagina.
If my vagina says so.
So
Wow.
at the end of the game, he picks one contestant, and then we will have a meal set up. So the date is happening here. The date is not actually happening. We're not sending anyone off to murder our dear Andrew.
Instant date.
So the date happens here, and we will have challenges for Andrew to complete during the date. You know, for example, I don't know if I want to give those away. I don't want to give those away.
Don't give them away. 'cause
You
he
can talk
may be
about
listening.
what Ali did on his because that's in the
yeah,
podcast.
Unless
okay.
they're the same.
Yeah, no, they're not the same.
Okay.
So
He had to eat really fast or something.
yeah, Ali, we said like tell the most embarrassing story in your life
Lord.
while you finish your salad, but you have 60 seconds to do it. And so you hear, and his date, the girl that he got on the date with, she was super helpful. She was like handing him things while he was talking, but yeah, you hear him like inhaling that salad.
It's because he looks like he needs help a lot of the time.
Yeah.
So
I was going to say
don't-
he looks like he eats salad.
No, that's not true. He, Ollie will never hear me zinging him on this. That's the
Zing.
sad part.
But yeah, so that'll be next week, and we're gonna have our
Okay.
live audience for that. So we do still need at least one more. You got one? Possibly.
Oh.
9
Okay.
o'clock.
Everyone
10,
start
10.
texting people.
Yep.
Andrew.
Is it
so
Kim
the
G?
whole show revolves around the date.
Can I tell you? The podcast does. Can I tell you because we did it for Cody, and Cody's was great as well. They've all been really fun. But Ali's, the girl that he ended up with, had no idea what she was like. Her sister said, "Hey, I'm bringing you to a show," and her sister is the one that signed us up. And then she was like, okay, I guess I'm doing this thing now."
Nice.
And I think it was that attitude that really kind of that he liked. And I do think he went out with her afterwards as
And
well.
she was like, I do have a fetish for Latin men
and a
who
vagina.
do comedy.
and what worked for him is I've got nothing to lose.
Oh. So, anywho, do you guys have anything coming up? Melanie, I know you're brimming with Fringe.
I am. That is what it's called, Brimming with Fringe.
Yay.
that's a
Fringe
good name
starts
for a
this month on the 14th. The 14th is the ribbon cutting. The 15th are when a whole bunch of shows start. I'll be there the whole time. There's so many great things. Come to Fringe.
And you're working there, right?
I am.
So it's kind of like a brim job.
Oh, God. But just be professional. If you're going to come in with that talk, nah, it's Fringe. You don't have to. It's fine. Come have
that's true.
fun.
Fringe
I
is
was gonna
filthy.
say it's mostly naked dudes, right?
I would say
There's
it's an
a lot of
equal
naked
If
amount.
you don't see one gay penis, then you're not.
It's
doing
not always a
Fringe.
gay
I was
penis.
going to say it's an equal amount of naked across
I
the
think
board.
that's just all the ones I've seen.
What did we decide on the longer porn films? What was the percentage?
Oh, I don't know. We'd
did
have
you
to
decide?
do.
I think the longer porn films is actually less nakedness.
Then
I'd
it probably equates to Fringe.
Yeah.
If you would say it's like a 40-60, that's probably Fringe.
Okay. All right. Well,
I'm ready.
Can I go for only 60% of the time?
The clothes portion of it?
Yeah.
That's boring.
I want to see the show. We've had that conversation before, where this is too much information zone. But speaking of artistic porns,
Makes me so scared. The fact that you ever said too much information, considering what we've discussed, I want to leave a little
no,
bit.
it's that I can't. I require some form of story. I require some form of how do these people know each other? Like, that's why I don't like all of the step sibling stuff.
Fringe
Well,
is
obviously they
unjuried.
love each other and they're
You have
married.
no idea if there will be a story or not. That's the great thing about the tickets being so cheap. Go to one, get a story. Go to another, don't.
Well, the Jason,
Tickets are
Matt,
cheap
and
this
I.
year.
They're usually like $12.
Well, we're doing
Plus
a show.
the button.
Yes.
The three of us are doing a show called Baby Squirrels, and it's
It's going to be great.
an expressive piece.
Are you going to climb up into a tree?
No,
Drop
it's a
down
little.
on
We're in a little
people?
box.
Yeah.
You're gonna open it.
It's kind of an allegory,
I'm
though.
sorry,
'cause
I'm working, I can't.
Jason's going to be sort of on a crucifix kind of thing, and then the squirrels are going to just climb up and down him.
Up and down
Him
Those
as
squirrels.
needed. Yeah.
with their
Those
giant
huge
mouths.
Keep telling yourself that.
I'm just saying they felt big.
Yeah.
All right, let's see. What time do we have? All right, we should start wrapping things up because we.
I'm
have,
glad I'm the only one
'cause
who
I'm a
got to share
squirrel.
what's coming up.
Oh,
them.
I'm sorry. Let's do this. Hey, Matt, what do you have coming up?
Oh, nothing.
Oh, good. I'm glad we spent time on that.
Yeah.
Jason, have something, please.
Okay. So you can find me at Mama's Comedy Show a lot this month. Here on Friday nights. Here at 1010 B-Side.
Okay, that did not help me at all.
Actually,
Yeah.
I'm at those things too. I'm at some of those.
Yeah, you are.
I'm
You
at
are.
some of those.
Todd,
So,
you got something?
yeah.
No.
Yeah, what about you, Todd?
Great.
I was more worried about you because
Back to me. Come to Fringe starting May 14th.
except for Friday. Don't go to Fringe on Friday.
Why?
Except for
That's
the
when
20th.
Mama's is.
Yeah, that's when Mama's.
Oh, that's right. Oh, yeah.
of a
Fringe.
bitch.
You
There
can
is no
still-
Fringe on Friday.
You can still come to Fringe before and then make
And
it here. It's a
after.
3-minute drive. It is a 3-minute drive. You could do both.
Parking is a nightmare there.
true.
Don't risk it. Just
You
come
could
to
just
Mama's.
park here, watch the Mama Show, and walk there.
Oh, that's true. It's not
Yeah.
far away.
Exactly. It's what? Do you hear me?
What did that blur say? All right, we should wrap things up.
Wrap it up.
Like a squirrel.
Jason,
Yeah.
what did you learn tonight?
I mean, I've got to say, I learned that there were porn movies that actually have longer scenes in them. But I knew that. I just forgot because that's not how I watch it anymore.
Matt, what did you learn?
No one knows how much milk comes out of a baby squirrel.
I think Melanie knows, actually.
Melanie.
What
did
did
you
I
learn?
learn? I learned that of all of the horrible things that have been said on this show, what Todd considers TMI is just that he likes a storyline.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's so
Yeah, it's
offensive.
Listen, like I've had people say that I've done something super nice, and I went, "Don't tell him." I've got a reputation to keep. Do not tell people about that. And I guess I learned something tonight too. I learned that Melanie has spent a lot of time observing tiny squirrels.
And tiny penises.
They're smaller than the squirrel. It's even tinier.
He says she has to get real close to
Yeah,
see
she
it. All right. We're Mama's Comedy Show. We're here at 1010 every Friday night at 9 p.m. Go to mamascomedyshow.com to get a reservation. Oh, a couple big shows coming up next week, as we said, is the dating game episode of the podcast with Andrew. And then what day is your show?
May 24th.
May 24th.
What's happening on May 24th?
May 24th. It's Melanie's birthday show. So she's going to do mousetraps. She's going to do...
Nope.
She's going to do a lot of...
Marshmallows.
She can do marshmallows.
I can do marshmallows.
Yeah, she can get a lot in that little mouth.
Yeah.
Just like a squirrel.
Oh, and I can announce this now too.
Are you?
I'm at that show.
Oh, Matt's here. How fun.
I can announce this. Next week is Mother's Day.
Yes.
And so this is something that we have always wanted to do with mamas, but at the old location, they wouldn't let us do this type of thing.
Are you about to say TMI?
Yeah.
Yeah, two TMI guys, but next week's Mother's Day show on Friday is buy one, get one.
What?
Yeah.
Whoa.
But if there's a stipulation.
Buy one
Ballsy.
mom, get another
Yeah,
one.
you buy
Yes!
one mom, you get another mom. Any mom you
right.
see. No, but what we're doing is for the buy one, get one, the cards don't work. So it's $15 for two people.
So that's a lovely deal. So let me just make it clear to myself. The podcast
Yes.
is Andrew the Dating Game.
Correct.
But the show is the Mother's Day show.
The Mother's Day show.
Can you combine those in any way?
Well, you can come free
Andrew's
for the
mother.
Could someone bring a mom that Andrew might date?
Oh.
MILF.
2 moms.
1 cup. All right, we'll see you guys next week. Bye.
Bye.